Presenting a momentous year in review, John B. Kennedy speaking for News of the Day. (1941), the president-shattering year. With war on 3 continents threatening to engulf the Americas, Franklin Delano Roosevelt stays at the helm, first United States president ever to take the 3rd solemn oath of office.
Preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. So help you God. So help me God.
Overtones of preparedness for war in the inaugural parade. The president, more aware than any other American of coming events that cast their shadows before. Britain's ordeal by fire reaches new heights of horror. With the enemy supreme in the air, London is a nightly inferno. Historic landmarks going up in flames light the way for Nazi raiders. In subway stations, in air raid shelters, Londoners endure eternal nights, their indomitable courage earning everlasting admiration throughout the democratic world. Volunteers battling the Nazi blaze, civilian heroes in the fight for freedom. England, like the fighting Prime Minister, holds its head high above the ruins left by Nazi bombs. Britain can take it, and Winston Churchill voices the defiance of a determined people.
If tonight the people of London were asked to cast their votes as to whether a convention should be entered into to stop the bombing of all cities, an overwhelming majority would cry, "No, we will mete out to the Germans the measure, and more than the measure they have meted out to us."
The gallant Royal Air Force, against terrific odds, battles doggedly for the upper hand. Grim fighter squadrons, endlessly hunting down Nazi bombers, attack with fury, and the tide is turning. Supremacy at last over the Channel skies, and British bombers give Germany daylight doses of its own medicine, just what Dr. Churchill ordered. Spring of 1941 finds Benito Mussolini begging for help, the lackey of Rome imploring his Berlin masters to save his beaten army in Greece. And over Athens, the shadow of black Nazi wings. A valiant little nation has been conquered. The blight of barbarism falls on the cradle of civilization. Now for the supreme double cross. It's Russia's turn to learn what a Nazi pact means. Hitler and Göring launch their thunderbolts against the nation they but yesterday called friends. The familiar Nazi technique of terror. It is made plain for all to see and study by the Nazis themselves. Flames along a 2,000-mile front, and as usual, airfields the main targets. Joseph Stalin, before the Supreme Soviet, gives general mobilization orders, calls upon all Russians to defend their homeland. 10 million men, regulars and reservists, answer the call to arms. The entire nation, 190 million, strides it against the others. With Europe aflame, America becomes a vast arsenal of material for battle. Lend-Lease aid to the democracies becomes national policy. American mass production begins to shift the balance of power. On the home front, the U.S. Army, alert to the tactics of modern blitzkrieg, trains America's 1st Division of parachute troops. Whole brigades of airborne infantry floating to earth. As in Europe, so over here, a Jules Verne dream comes true. As America prepares, the war comes ever closer. On the Atlantic, vast convoys brave sub-infested waters. U.S. patrol planes keep ceaseless vigilance over Britain's vital bridge of ships. Lurking raiders elude detection to strike without warning. American ships sunk, American destroyers attacked, and a relentless pursuit starts. The roar of depth bombs echoes over the Atlantic. The shooting has begun. The convoys go through. 1941 closing months witness a miracle. Suddenly the mighty tide of Russia starts rolling forward. Soviet air power takes the offensive. Nazi prisoners pouring in, just as in Britain's Libyan campaign. On two fronts, the myth of Nazi invincibility is being exploded. This time it's the Nazis' turn to take it. Truly a 1941 miracle. As the year draws to an end, Japan is still talking peace. U.S. Ambassador Grew hears Jap avowals of friendship, even as the Tojo cabinet plots treachery. In Washington, the Mikado's envoys keep up the farce, prating of friendship and goodwill. Suddenly, out of Pacific skies, the blow comes. The Jap assassins' bombs bring to America the grim reality of war. War as the Axis wages it. Democracy, stunned, moves into action. President Roosevelt, grim and determined, goes before Congress with a united nation behind him, demanding vengeance.
With confidence in our armed forces, with the unbounding determination of people, we will gain the inevitable triumph, so help us God.
American youth rallies to the colors, volunteers to man the ramparts against the Axis menace, against the white and yellow bandits who would banish freedom from the earth. For American battleships guarding our far-flung coastline, the watchword is, remember Pearl Harbor. In the skies, America's men of the air prepare for their test by fire. The end of 1941 finds the free men of the world united and unafraid, come what may.